Well, here we are back at the layout again. You've all probably read the title, so you can probably guess what is happening. Let's roll in the intro. Yes, the whole layout has to get going. So, since the last update, there has been a few changes which have actually been done to the layout. Not that any of that matters anymore, seeing the whole layout has been pulled up. As you can see, there's the sidings that's on the side over there, which is slowly popped up through a few of the review videos. There's actually one more review I have to do before I fully pull away the layout. So the first job first, to start off this video, is I'm going to do a massive cleanup, get all the stuff off. Some of the wagons and stuff will also come off the layout at this rate because they may as well be put back in the storage. But I think the main thing we're going to clear off is most of the other stuff which isn't connected to it, like whatever those are. And yeah, so that's our first job to do. Then we can well, plans with this video is we can see that the carriages are sitting on the side over there. Those are going to be as per the first train that ever ran this layout, Flying Scotsman sitting up the other end with 4 carriages. Technically it was 2 of the teaks and a dodgy connection with the one of the carriages, but that now they've got 3 teaks and the observation car. They're going to run the final train around the layout, and then from then on, the layout will start to be pulled apart. You won't see that, of course, because that's not. I don't plan on trying to capture myself trying to pull apart a layout. So we're just going to be here to see the final train. And so first things first, I'm going to get it cleaned up so it looks somewhat decent to look at before it's yeah. So yeah, let's start getting stuff cleaned up. I need to move the tripod out of the way as well because I kind of can't get into the layout. Righto, and that's a bit cleaner than it was before, so I think that should be good enough for now. So yeah, but as per the title and as I said at the start, this is a few days later because I have taken my time to actually finish cleaning up the layout properly, because I had some other stuff to do as well, which I'm now all done. So yeah, so what's actually happening? What this video is going to be is we're going to have the final train run. This is the maintenance train that's sitting in front of the screen on the second loop. That's going to move into position on the second loop, and then I'm going to pull the engines off. So what's actually going to happen is we're going to have those carriages there get pulled, shunted out, and we're going to be using the first. So it's going to be the same setup as the first train, which took this layout. So that will make the final train, and that will hopefully be the video. Hopefully, it won't be too long of a video either. Yeah, it would be, honestly, it wouldn't be too bad for me to actually have to remove this layout. There's been so many problems with the layout, which is why I'm happy to finally rebuild it, finally have a bit more time on my hands so I can actually get stuff rewired and all that sort of stuff, and hopefully everything will work properly. Like, there's massive problems with the whole of this side of the board. Is basically there's a massive point where the boards that's a peak point which struggles a lot, which puts a lot of the engines to a test with any length of train. So yeah, so this should hopefully rectify most of the issues with the layout after I knock everything out in the video. But just as another thing to note is the layout won't be fully pulled out. So the plans are at the moment is the outer loop was to stay for a bit. So this will be the final run as this full layout. Well, basically I'm taking its name off it after this until I have the new layout. It's going to be the outer loop is still going to be here for a little bit, just for because I still need to do a few testing and TV running, and there's a few reviews I have to do as well. I was meant to get the review done for this video, but there's too many issues with the layout already with some of these tracks, so I'm going to just pull everything up and make my life a bit easier. So the new layout's going to be rebuilt in quite a bit, in about 2 months, so it's going to be a bit of time. It's going to be a bit bigger as well, which means I have to get a whole lot more track for it, which means it's going to be a slower process. I'll be out of a layout for a bit, so that's why I'm planning to still have the outer loop. Probably what the plan does, the whole outer loop will come up first so I can clean up underneath, and it would just be temporary track fitted basically. So yeah, First things first, let's get the maintenance train moved further down the track into its position, and we can cut the engines off of it, and then we'll have to clean up the fact that the yard is currently a mess over there, and then we can start packing, and then we'll get the don't know what I'm going to use the shunt actually. I might use the wider shunt again, probably the one that's sitting in the next to the grain wagon at the moment, and then we'll get it shunted out, and then Scotsman will come along and take its final train on this layout. So, and we'll find out what we'll do for the first train for the next layout whenever that gets built. So yeah, let's go get onto the line and let's go and have a look at the operations. So here we are, the train is now, we've got the shunter now on the train. I'm just going to move the screen slightly because a slight reminder is that the train's going to hit it. We've got the train's in two halves at the moment, so we're going to couple those up. I forgot to bring out one of the conversion wagons because Katie's don't work with normal British couplers, so and I forgot about that problem. So let's get on the move. And there we go, she's all ready and set up with the 4 carriages on that. If you realise, I had to change the conversion wagon because the other one was one of the newer ones which has been added to and there's a few temperamental issues with it being pushed around, so yeah, brought out the original one so which was originally modified quite a bit. It's nothing like the way you're meant to do it, so that's been modified. The proper one's been modified, which is why it looks better. So yeah, I guess we can get her going on her final run. So this is the final final service as in operation under the name MTMR Railway on the main loop. And that proves the point, so why the layout needs to be pulled up and rebuilt. I think we still need a few more running shots, so the reason why I pulled it up in the platform, we're going to get a second engine onto it because it's struggling to get up the hill again, which is a big problem, which is why the layout was meant to be dealt with. So yeah, we'll just from now on we're going to have 2 engines on it because a single Scotsman can't handle it anymore ever since the layout was first built when it could handle it, which is quite unfortunate. So let's get that dealt. Let's go and find the second engine. Let's get it moving with a second engine. Let's try again. So just slightly further down the line, they are having even more problems with the set of the track. So this will mean that I am going to swap out the engines just so we can complete this video. I'll put on the 8F and probably the 3F to finish off the video. You can even see up to the final day the layout still causes problems, even for whatever trying to get it fixed up. So you see in a click the train would just the engines will be swapped over. So here we are with the 2 replacement engines. It's quite a short train for these 2 engines, but I want to keep the train original. I wanted to try to keep it as original to the board device, just to now be put to the side because it's having a few issues with the gradients of the track. The front pony truck won't stay on. So yeah, because I want to get a few last remainder shots, which is of some of the shots which have been captured through the layout on throughout reviews and all that stuff. So yeah, so we're going to get these 2 going to get those last shots, and then we'll end off the video there. Let's hope it works this time. And with that, I thank you all for joining us for the final run on the MTMR railway. So yeah, from starting here on out, I'll start pulling apart the loop. The siding should start going first. Actually, technically not. The first radius curves will start going first, second loop will go, and then some of the sidings may still stay back just for, so that you have somewhere to store some stuff temporarily while we do some testing and sort of stuff. But this outer loop will have to be pulled apart as well, seeing that it's having so many problems at the moment, and I just can't, for a temporary layout, I don't want to deal with problems like this anyway. So yeah, so thank you all for joining us for the final run of this layout, final proper run of this layout. Other little things would be like little shunt moves, like to get the 170 out of the platform track over there, stuff like that. So yeah, and I will hopefully see you all at the new layout once I have enough progress done on it to start the video, start the layout updates. It's going to be good to start this series, a little backup series out again, seeing that hasn't been used in, I think the last one was 2013. I'm pretty sure this layout was built in about 2012. I think it was 2013 the last update, either 2013 or 2014 the last update for this layout, proper layout update, and then we had the 5-year anniversary, which was also filmed on this layout. So yeah, so I'm going to power it off for one of the last times, and these engines have thankfully taken over, been able to finish off the video for me, will be packed away again. So thank you all for joining us for the final video, final layout video, not final video, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.